Alright, I thought I would just hop on. You already seen these two fedoras. Now I got them on my hat stands, two hat stands. I just thought I'd come on, talk a little bit more comparison about them. Maybe shoot some close footage of the two and just chat. This will be a chatting one. Actually, what I like about YouTube is late at night, I always have to run around to get my phone and everything. It always puts me out of breath. So let me just do try not to say I'm using my iPhone, just holding it up with a bottle of whiskey that I bought. I have yet to make a video on, but what I like about YouTube is I like to just hear what people have to say. They're usually talking about passionate things. It's not every day you get to hear somebody talk about things of passion. And I've got my few favorite topics. Things I've learned about. Not always just something to learn about. Sometimes I just like to hear what somebody has to say. A lot of times I'm just mining for nuggets. I'll go to Barnes and Noble and check out their magazines. And I'll flip through a magazine of interest, and usually there's one thing in that whole magazine that's supposed to be all the things in that magazine for that I should like, but there's usually one thing in there. So, and I even find that to be a good time. If I can find one new thing a day, that's pretty good. So, if you guys learn one new thing today, that'll be pretty good. Let's see. I don't know why I'm out of breath. Maybe it's I talk a lot for a living, but I feel like it's when you're on being recorded when it's different, because a lot of times you're listening half and half. So it's either I'm talking, then I stop, have time to think about what I'm going to say next while I'm hearing somebody else. But so one thing I'm doing is I'm cleaning my iPhone lens. Anytime you pull it out of the pocket, I'm usually pulling it out of the pocket by the camera lens. So the top trick, if you could do anything, is clean your lens. I usually wipe it on the inside of my shirt, but I use the cleaning cloth, and you're getting off everything that way. And that's gotta help it. I showed you this before. I tried this one yesterday. It's got a big cup to it on this one, and sometimes when you pull the hat off of it, it'll get stuck on the brim. But that's no good either. Falling like that's no good. Of course, when it's just on a stand, you're not touching it. So unless you're in an earthquake-prone area, it's not gonna fall. I'm wearing the same shirt as yesterday, so you have to ask yourself, am I still making this video on the same day, or do I only like to wear this shirt pretty much all the time? It's a funny thing. One thing that actually got me into hats, this is going to be a collage of information. I'm a 6'10", 6'9" guy, 6'9". I'm probably shrinking, and nothing fits. If you actually go into a big and tall store, when you see a bigger waisted pants, it's because the guy is shorter, therefore fatter. Because the shorter they are, but the number stays the same on the scale, that gives you a bigger waist. If you're taller, you're carrying that throughout your body. So a lot of these short guys, I don't know. It's just, there's companies out there now, you would think. The internet sells you anything. If you guys been on AliExpress, you can literally buy, it's insane what they even suggest to me, these love dolls. Hey, want to check out a love doll? Crazy toys for grown-ups. There's crazy toys for grown-ups, and the other one's separate. But nothing fits me. I've got normal feet, and I can get hats in my size. I've got to order them, but I can get them in my size or even bigger. Like this one fits just right. This one's a little loose. I put padding inside. One thing I don't like about padding inside is it buckles the leather band. So I'm wondering if I can even spread it out more somehow there's a way. Doesn't want to sit up there. Needs grip up top. It's too slick. So socks will fit me, shoes will fit me, hats will fit me. That's about it. Like to a T. I can get shirts in a tall, and they give you like an inch. But I'm not just an inch taller than the rest of the people. I'm like a half a foot taller. So there's not much help with that in that department. One thing I heard, I heard this, I don't know, I've been searching for hats for at least a half decade. That sounds a lot longer than 5 years, but for 5 years, that's probably like throwing off my focus. For 5 years. And the one thing in hat shops, if you find a hat, they are never in a larger size, like an XL size, extra large head. And the reasoning is people want those hats. And I have found, you like that one? Oh yeah, let's start it over. Boop. What I found is Facebook has a marketplace, so you can actually see what the locals are selling. Here, right here. You can see what the locals are selling, and it's always like a 7 or smaller than a 7 or a 7 1/4. So that's the size it tends to be. They're usually a vintage, so it must be that people from a while ago had a smaller head. So there's deals out there. If you've got that 7 1/4 head, you can get a hat in a hat box. Instead of paying $200, you could get this in a hat box, vintage style, $25.
Can you just come in?
Yeah. Can you just... My daughter's right here. Can you just listen to Dad for a second?
Yeah.
Okay, so turn that off and you can listen to Dad talk. So I always finding deals. This one guy, he listed I bought this Stetson online. Super excited, and then I'm like, okay, I don't have to look anymore.
You can talk when I watch my tablet.
Let's try it. So I still looked later that night. It's almost like once you buy something, it doesn't stop what you're looking for. You just want to keep looking. And I found a Stetson. It was a gray with a black band. Actually, I thought this was supposed to be black. I went back online. It's just the way the lighting looks. It looks darker. And I'm not sure what is the difference. If anyone knows, please share what the difference between the JJ Hat Center Special Edition gray is and the Stetson gray is. I don't know if the JJ Special Edition, which is $20 more, from $190 to $210, it's just a darker gray. There's got to be a reason why you're paying $10 more. Even though with the hat sale, it still works out better. This must be a different hat. Otherwise, I can't imagine you're paying more. But, so I saw this good deal. I work pretty far, and this was even farther from work, and I thought, okay, perfect timing. I'll get a half day. I'll go out to see this hat. They said it was a 7 3/4. Usually I'm a 7 5/8. So I'm thinking, okay, it's going to be a little big. Hats shrink. Certain hats shrink over time. It actually probably work out just right. The price was $25, so it's like 6 times cheaper than this one on sale, or 8 times cheaper than this one. I get all the way out to this guy's house after driving and communicating with this guy, set up a time, and I get to he goes to his car. He's got all his hats in his car because he was going to save me a few miles drive. And he shows me a hat, and it's like a black one, and I'm like, okay, what's going on with this black one? And it's like a 7 1/4. Okay, I'm like, not the hat, and I'm already getting a little scared, because if somebody's wearing a 7 1/4, that means all their other hats are a 7 1/4. So, okay, he's like, okay, puts that one back, pulls out the gray one. I'm okay, thinking, based on the pictures, this is the hat that I came for. Looked in the tag, clear as day, real easy to spot, 7 1/4. Stick it on my head, and it like just sits way up here, like barely on. I don't know how it is, But you would think the number seems to change very slightly, and it makes a giant difference. It's either like not on your head, perfect, or like just like falling off your head. So anyways, long story short, I wasted that afternoon, got my hopes up. I had to go to a few thrift stores just to kind of take the edge off. And of course, thrift stores don't have much. Found nothing. Not a good positive experience. They showed the outside of they showed both outsides of the hat, and they didn't show the inside. Had I asked for the inside, I was just ecstatic. Like, he typed it in 7 3/4. It's not like he just wrote large or something. Like, I don't know, maybe it's a large. So his careless typing costed me a little bit of an afternoon. I'm getting a little. I was really excited to get a deal, but I'm gonna keep looking out there. I've been seeing hats for smaller people. Another thing is, even going on eBay, I will see the same, like a Strataliner, but smaller, and the price will be like $140, and then I see the same thing, same company in my size, and it's like $180, $200, I don't know, $180, so $40 more. Is that 40? 40, 50, 60, yeah, $40 more for the same thing. I don't know how they compute that. You would think if people, I don't know, this hat size is like the desired size. So I was actually gonna do a like a shootout video. I think I still might do that later, where I zoom in. I want to do one where I'm like zooming in on things and just making things look cool. You've got to splice those all up, and it takes time to compile them and then put them on the internet. Where if I just shoot one video, throw it on the internet, it's a lot easier. So if you like this, give it a thumbs up. Let me know you are still watching. And did I say I like to listen to YouTube at night? It just to clear the mind. Now I have to think about what's going on at work, anything like that. Clear mind, then you can just go to bed so much easier. So if somebody's just talking remotely about something I'm interested in, that's the stuff I like to fall asleep with. And one good thing about this video is there's no commercials. I don't even have enough subscribers to make ads on my videos, so bonus for you, no commercials. I'll be listening to this one video, and I put the volume just right, and at the end of the video, and he makes quieter videos, so you have to kind of up the volume, and it gets to the end. Of course, the commercial is shot in like perfect video, and it's super loud, and then it's ruined. To say that you fall asleep to somebody's video, you would think it was kind of a diss, but if you're helping out somebody with such important thing as sleeping, that's an important job. So if you can put somebody to sleep with your video, you're doing a good job. So peace out, enjoy, later.